Freelancers, time is of the essence. AI will replace thousands of freelancers in 2025, not just help them. Editors, designers, copywriters, and even programmers. The twist that most people overlook, though, is that you don't need to be replaced. The script can be reversed. Make these tools your money-making machines and take control of AI rather than competing with it. I'll show you 5 AI tools that are destroying entire freelance industries in the next few minutes, along with detailed instructions on how to use them to generate legitimate online income in 2025. Keep your eyes open because someone else is already making money every second you wait. Let's be brutally honest. The freelance market isn't working. Freelancer.com, Upwork, and Fiverr are all overloaded. In order to survive, thousands compete for the same jobs by undercutting one another. Logos are sold by designers for $5. For $10 blog posts, writers compete with one another. Editors plead for scraps. And now, AI completes those tasks in a matter of seconds, with minimal expense, no stress, and no need for constant revisions. Customers don't care whether a machine or a human delivers. All they want is better, cheaper, and faster. Freelancers are in a panic because of this. After years of honing a skill, everything is suddenly in danger due to a free AI tool. If everything goes according to plan, 2025 won't be the year you're replaced. Rather, it will be the year you advance beyond what any freelancer could have ever dreamed. Koala Writer, Copy.ai, and Jasper are AI copywriting tools. These platforms have the ability to produce blogs, landing pages, sales emails, and even complete ebooks in real time. This is disastrous for freelance writers. Consider charging $200 for a blog post that can be produced in 30 seconds by AI. It's extinction, not competition. However, this threat also presents a huge opportunity. You sell results rather than time. You could start a content agency that provides businesses that are desperate to rank on Google with articles that are optimized for search engines. Or start specialized newsletters and let AI write the content while you concentrate on your audience and make money with affiliates, sponsorships, and ads. The true benefit? The majority of people are unable to effectively prompt AI. Once you have mastered prompting, you become more than just a writer. You become a large-scale publisher. Looka, Midjourney, and Canva AI. They are able to produce brand kits, product mockups, social media graphics, and logos. This once cost a freelance designer $500 in 2 weeks. Right now, AI completes it quickly and frequently for free. This eliminates entry-level designers who depend on simple Photoshop jobs. Here's how to make money, though. Make template packs and sell them on Creative Market, Gumroad, or Etsy. Consider resume kits, Notion templates, and Instagram story packs. People want a complete system, not just one logo. Another option is to operate a branding service that uses AI to produce content in large quantities and packages it for small businesses as a monthly subscription. Consider completing 100 social media posts in a few hours. It's automation, not just design. Results are important to businesses, and AI provides them quickly. CapCut AI, Runway, InVideo, and Pictory are AI video tools. Video editing used to be time-consuming, costly, and stressful. One ideal video could cost $500 to hire a freelance editor. Right now, with just a script and a few clicks, AI can create faceless YouTube videos, TikTok clips, and even advertisements. You have leverage, but video editors are sweating. You can start an anonymous YouTube channel where AI handles 80% of the work, including editing, voiceovers, and script writing. You only manage monetization, direction, and niche selection, or provide businesses with short-form video packages. Every company knows they need shorts, reels, and TikToks, but they don't have the time or expertise. AI automation can help close that gap. This is about building content factories that grow while you sleep, not just about taking the place of independent contractors. Durable, Replit AI, and Framer are AI code and website builders. These tools can create apps and websites without the need for a traditional developer. When AI can create a well-designed website in less than a minute, why pay a $2,000 coder? This is terrifying for developers. The problem is that the majority of small businesses are unaware that these tools are available. They continue to believe that they require agencies that charge thousands of dollars for a basic landing page. That's where you come in. You spend half an hour with AI, charge $500, and produce results that used to take weeks. That is blatant arbitrage. AI transforms you into a full-stack agency overnight, not just a coder. Clients are your only restriction, and you can manage hundreds with AI automation. AI voice and avatar resources. Synthesia, 11 Labs, and HeyGen. They produce presenters that are human-like and have incredibly realistic voices. Actors, narrators, and freelance voice actors are all having difficulties. However, with the help of these tools, you can create explainer videos for new businesses, corporate training materials, or whole anonymous YouTube channels without ever revealing your identity. Imagine creating 10 channels with AI-generated voices and avatars, each in a different niche, or charging thousands of dollars to businesses for expert training videos that only took a few hours to create. With a laptop, you can now accomplish tasks that once required actors, studios, cameras, and microphones. There is no longer a barrier to entry. Additionally, there is a huge demand for top-notch content. The majority of independent freelancers will lose their battle with AI. They will refuse to change, cling to outdated practices, and gradually become irrelevant. However, the winners? They will view AI as a free workforce. Consider this. Managing a digital agency 5 years ago required a staff of writers, editors, designers, and marketers. It's just you and AI today. Whether AI will replace humans is not the question. The question is whether you plan to use it to generate revenue. The frightening thing is that this chance won't be around for long. The competition will be fierce in 2 years. However, in 2025, it's completely open. This is the time of the gold rush. You can either dig with a shovel or watch as others find gold. As you can see, in 2025, freelancers will be replaced by 5 AI tools. You have 2 options: panic or make money. In this new economy, those who adapt the quickest, rather than the most talented, win. And the actual decision: will you use AI to create the freedom you've always desired, or will you allow it to replace you? Because in reality, AI is indifferent, but it is essential to your future. Don't stop here if you're serious about using AI to make money. Every week, I dissect the top AI side projects, resources, and tactics. You could literally lose your next source of income if you don't subscribe now. Every week, 2 videos. Use AI to improve your life rather than merely observing it transform the world.